So I need to also go learn and go educate myself and not just have one perspective of what Black people say God is and what Black people say the Bible is, without giving it to myself first. Until I do that for myself, then I can make the choice for myself. Okay. My name is Tebogo. What my name means is thank you, gratitude. It's never really used in a sentence like, hey, Tebogo. Tebogo. I don't, okay. So, or gratitude. For my mom to give me my name, she had gone through a miscarriage, and I sound like I am performing. She had gone through a miscarriage, and then she was grateful to God that she had me. Okay, so growing up with my family, so my mom remarried, when I was around 6, 7. No, she divorced my dad, my biological father, around 6, 7, and she remarried. I think I was in grade 5. So, growing up, I think I don't really remember my childhood that much, but I think I had a really good childhood because my dad's side of the family, my biological father is it's men. So, and I was the only, at that time, king. What is English, guys? What is when your brother has that word? I was a niece. So I was the only niece at that time, or the only, yeah. So I was loved. I was cared for. I remember stories from my mother that, so my mother used to work in Bensvlei, right? She was a teacher. And then she'd leave me home with my dad and then my grandmother, and, everyone that was there. So I remember stories of my mother saying that she used to, my grandmother used to carry me on her back and then goes confining and then lay me down there to sleep while she drinks, and then picks me up, takes me back home. And I don't remember those parts, but yeah, I think they're funny. But alcohol, kimaka. Yes, from my paternal side, from my biological father's side, and then from my mother's side, we were a lot. It's a big family. We were a lot. My grandmother had 3 daughters. All the daughters had kids, and my grandmother, I think, Nebale 6, 7, and then all of them had kids, and then their kids had kids. So it was a big family. So, yeah, that side was a big, big family, and this side, it was a big family, but not a lot of them had kids. So, yeah, my childhood was pretty much good for the most part. And then when I started growing up, when I grew up, I lived with my mother and my stepfather, and they gave me it. Model C, man, I grew up in Unisi, going to Unisi. I was that cousin that goes to the Model C school that doesn't know their own home language. But everything was good. Literally visit my grandmother on weekends. All the grandkids are there. I'm the only one speaking English. My grandmother didn't speak English to me. She spoke Sotho because she had to teach me the language. Tswana, Sotho Tswana sa Bloemfontein. Teach me the language. And then, yeah, everything was good. Everything was good. Went to Unisi. From grade R all the way to matric. Went to the University of the Free State. Did my bachelor's degree. And here I am. Key moments that have shaped me, and I remember bits and pieces. Like I said, I don't really remember my childhood really. I think it was, I don't know if it's trauma. I think we give the word trauma so much, put it out there a lot, but maybe get trauma. Once my parents divorced, I remember the day that my biological father took me to preschool. I remember that moment. I don't know how it shaped me, but I remember it. I don't forget it. I think, this moment is very crucial. I think it shaped me because of that moment, and when my parents divorced, he never really played a pivotal role in my life, financially, emotionally, and whatever. So now that he's an ancestor, it's like I go back to that moment to remind myself that, okay, it's okay. Life goes on. People have mistakes, I guess. Another moment, and I had all of them in my head now. Another moment. Is this awkward? Okay. Another key moment, that shaped me. He's passing. It shaped me. Yes, it played an important role in my life because I had never spent time with him. Can I share a story? Oh my gosh. Hey guys, you guys are going to think I'm lying. But anyway. Shabu. So my dad's passing, my dad was always a guy that always calls me and says, come visit me. I don't see you a lot, come visit me. And my mother didn't like me going to my dad's house without a woman figure there because it's all men, like I said. So she didn't trust. We all know how, Anyway. She didn't trust, but if there was an aunt or someone there, she allows me. So my dad, the last days, I remember my dad calling me. He called me on a Saturday. Before that, he had called me that the week before, and we had planned that I'm coming on a Saturday, Shapo, I don't come on a Saturday. He calls me and says, he calls me and I answer the phone. I call him Spiky. I'm like, Spiky. And then he can't speak. Like he's busy. So I'm like, Hakutli. I'm like, Hakutli. I'm gonna come. I think I was running errands with my mother that day. I don't remember. I'm like, I'm gonna come. I don't go. Sunday, he calls me again. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, Sunday he calls me again, and then I think I missed the call. I missed the call on Sunday, and then on Monday I get a missed call because I had gone to campus, and then when I got back, I don't know, maybe it's campus home of I come back and I'm like, Matebu, please can we go see Spiky Kleiner? He's been calling me all weekend and I said I was going to go on Saturday and then I didn't go. She's like, no, I'm tired. Sharp. Did I say Sunday or did I say Monday? Monday, Monday, I was at school. Monday evening, sharp, I sleep. the Monday we didn't go. I sleep that night, sharp. I dream there. It's my dad, and it's 3 men that are shining. You see this light? Literally lights coming out. And they're wearing white. Nee. And I can like if I look at them, glistening light, man, you guys watch movies, nee? Like, wait. And they're sitting with my dad on the bed. And then my dad's like to me, Tebogo. And then like they have whiskey. My dad used to drink. Oh, alcoholic. They used to drink. Everyone drinks. So it's 4 glasses. They're all drinking and whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'm here, kitlile, finally. And he's like, and then one of the men is like, Nana, re tlo lata papa. And I'm like, re tlo lata papa, what do you mean? Hey, Nana, re tlo lata papa. I cannot see these men. The only person I can see is my dad. And then re tlo lata papa. I'm like, what do you mean? Explain to me. And then I find myself cleaning the house because I'm like, no, I don't know what you're saying. When you're in the kitchen, and then the following day, I got a call that my dad passed away. Anyway, that changed me because now I need to be present. I know that I need to be present, and I need to make time. Key point. Another one. Sure, guys. Amazing. Okay. Another one. My uncle. Love that man. My father's younger brother. The same. Yes. He changed my life. Like because when my parents divorced, my dad lost his job and then he was staying there. My mom was like, I'm not going to take anything. I'm not going to take the house. I'm taking the child because you don't have anything. I'll start from scratch. Just sit there. When Tebogo wants to come, she'll come and visit you here. Sharp. And then that man, my uncle, changed my life. He was my father. Like, yeah, he played the part. Guys, my family's names. My uncle's name Kidinku. My dad's name Kilintiki. Who names their kids such names? Anyway, those moments, sharp. And graduation. Yay. Yeah. I'm oversharing. Mm-hmm. I think I would say I'm spiritual. I used to hear a lot that, hey, religion is not. So, because I'm not Christian as well, but I would rather say I'm spiritual because I have a higher sense of being for myself. I believe that I belong not only in the what's this realm? The physical realm, but I also belong in the spiritual realm, and I also belong in the realms that were there before. I don't know which ones. I was probably a tree. But yeah, I would say I'm spiritual because I believe that I am higher. I vibrate. Okay, I vibrate at a higher level because I align myself a lot with who I am, with who I walk with, and my creator. So I believe that I vibrate. When I walk in a room, come on guys, when I walked in here, you felt a vibration, okay. But when I walk in a room, even if 5 won't feel my presence, there will be one that feels my presence. Because this one that works with me here doesn't stay behind. So ka vibrate. I believe that I make a space. I don't bring a space together, no, because we are all different and anything can be happening. But I feel like I make the space comfortable for me to belong in it. So it brings me, and I'm aligned. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Yes, I'm aligned. I like to believe that I don't walk alone, obviously. Besides walking with all my ancestors, there's just a group following me. But like now, it's just my imaginary, not my imaginary friends, but I just believe that there's always someone watching over me. I can how do I say this? I can have something to do, and I'll be fixated on something in the house. I'll feel like I left something in the house and I don't know. Okay, I'll feel like I have something, when you have to leave and go somewhere because you're late and it's important, but you're doing something, you're finding something. And I would leave the house 10 minutes later, an accident just happened, that's what I can think about for now. But yeah, I believe that I'm watched, I'm protected, I'm guided. I would really, really like to be an advocate for the LGBT plus community. I really see myself in the forefront, but I don't know how to make it happen, I really don't know how I'm going to make that happen, but I really see myself as a bigger picture when it comes to that. I wish for myself and for other people, my fans, but I'm joking. For other people, I don't have fans, oh my gosh. For other people, especially, this is one thing I wish could happen, is for, especially people that don't know about spirituality and they don't know what it takes. Not what it takes. They don't know how to navigate it. Yes, in the beginning stages. So I really wish, because for myself, I wished that there was someone. I almost said I wish. Yo, guys, hi, okay. I wish that someone was there for me when I was going through that part of my life, the beginning stages, because it's the most confusing, the most dreadful, frustrating, depressive, that word, and alone time in your life. So I wish that I could one day, even if I don't twasa, but one day I just find, or I learn so much, I get so much knowledge, I gain so much knowledge to teach or be there for people that going through that. And I just want to make money, man. People say, happiness, what money doesn't, they're lying. Money makes you happy. And money makes the world go round. It really does, because we exist not we exist because of money, but for me to come, you have to put petrol. So money makes the world go around, guys. Like, honestly, it's, and not the negative aspects of, because like I said, there's a good and there's a bad, and there's a negative side with money. A lot of when people think about money, or people have too much money, they use it terribly, or it brings power and ego. So money in the good sense. And I think I'm not getting money because they know I'm going to buy cars, I'm going to buy this building. What do they know? So they like, no. But money, and I only say I'll use it, I promise I'll do that Thanksgiving. But yeah, and a good, happy life. I've allowed negativity to infiltrate my life and to make my life back then, but I don't think it was just negativity. I had to grow up. So you have to go through bad to learn who you are. So it seems, I'm saying have to loosely because, go through the stages of life. So a happy life, a happy and healthy life. Yeah. Do I have any regrets? I don't have any regrets. I just wish I knew better back then, but it's okay because I know better now. But now I'm like, your time is ticking, sis. So, and I don't know why I'm saying my time is ticking because, but my time is ticking and I'm thinking about money, you see? No, I think I just wish that I would understand my mom better. I think I just regret that part, knowing that she's a human being. And wow, I've grown. Yeah, you see? But no regrets, except that part. But yeah, things are better now. You know what? The only opinion that has ever really been is my mom's opinion of me. Other people's opinion, I think. So this is what happens when you open the third eye. You go through, like I mentioned, loneliness, ne? Oh, sorry. You go through a phase of people sinyama, ne? But hasi sinyama sa hore someone went and did something. No, ke sinyama sa hore badimo ba hao ba o tsamaisang that are giving this to you, want you to focus on it, ne? So they tend to just, what's the word? Make people isolate, ne, you from people, and people to just, when they see you, they just like, you know? So, once I learned that was happening, because, I was like, why me? Why don't I have friends? Why doesn't anyone like me? You know? And it doesn't just happen with friends. It happens with family as well. It happens with your relationship with. It happened with my relationship with my mother. You know, it happened with friends, work. You know, you are not prone to get work. You know. You are not, when you enter a room, you don't vibrate. So, I really don't know where I was going with that, hey? I'm talking about isolation. What? You see? Okay, misconception. The only opinion that really mattered was my mother's. Because if she cannot accept who I am as a part of the community, or thinking that me accepting my spiritual gift will make me one of those sangomas that does whatever. Some sangomas that don't practice properly, yes. Or me not going to, not allowing me to open up the space for me to do consultations and to learn about it. That was one of the things that affected me, because that did not show support. And I think that's the misconception that I think she had about me, that I'm going to allow other people or allow this journey to break me, or I'm going to lose my way. Whereas she did not take the time to know who I am, to know that I am strong, and to know that I will be okay. Even if I lose my way, I will be okay. One thing I want to add, my stepfather, so 2020, I came to Bloom because nidi color there in the realms. I came to Bloom, and then I went for a consultation, and then I came back and I told my stepfather what they said, what the Gogo said. And then he's like to me, I don't understand this journey that you're on, ne? I'm not going to stand in your way. I don't know it. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know it. But he mentioned, he's like, don't let, because, hey, there was something she said, man, something like, people don't like you and you're not going to get a job. Hey, what? Can I say, the fear part of it, the scary part of it. And he's like to me, don't let people instill fear in you. And I didn't even ask what he meant. But obviously, I thought that he was talking about that, even if he was. But I took it as, even if anything were to happen to me, I know that I will be okay. I just need to always believe in myself and believe in my journey and trust my intuition and trust my ancestors and not let other people bring fear into my life. And yeah, I'm such a strong girl. Where do I draw the line from good and bad? Can I tell you a story? This is currently happening. So, where do I draw the line? So something is happening in my life where someone is doing something to me, ne? And it's someone close. I've had countless of dreams of this. I have a Sangoma friend who has a gobela, ne? Who, should I have any questions, I inquire about it, about anything, my dreams, my life, anything, Cool. So I'm feeling this overwhelming thing that's going on, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I think my ancestors and I are okay. I believe we are okay. I think we're good, And then, but I still feel this thing, and I'm getting the headaches again. And remember, I told you, okay, I mentioned that I'm in such a good place where I don't get sick, ne? And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to get sick ever. It just means that I am in a good place. I'm aligned. So I don't get sick. So when I start getting sick, I know something is wrong, ne? And I go a pasha, I ask what's going on. And my dreams have been confusing lately, and they've been a little bit dark. Not a little bit, they've been dark. Ne? So, great. No, go, what's happening? No, are you okay? I'm like, no, Gogo, I'm okay. I'm good. I feel good, but I know that something is happening in the realms. I can say I'm good here, but whenever I enter the realms, and I don't enter the realms by just saying, go in. No. When I sleep, I enter the realms, and then I realize that something is going on. There's a shift in energies. Cool. Good and bad. So no, someone is doing this to you. It's someone close. They're using Muthi on themselves, right? But now they're using Muthi for you as well, so that things don't go well for you. Sharp. I'm like, okay, I don't understand what that means, blah, blah, blah. She explains, she goes in deeper, whatever. I'm like, okay, who is this person? Because in the rounds, people tend to hide who they are. Ne? Someone could be doing something to me. My sister. My sister could be doing something to me, ne? But it's actually not my sister, it's my sister's boyfriend, to make an example. But it shows as if my sister's the one doing something to me. Cool. So this person is busy marinating the Muthi there by them, mixing and matching, doing the things. Cool. And then, do I share this? And then, cool. And then I went to the consultation, and then they explained everything broader, sharp. And then I cleansed, ne? Katsana dibata. Cool. So when you cleanse, it's what's this? It's a process of speaking all that negativity out of you. Ne? And then you can say back to sender if you want to. Cool. Hey, back to sender. Cool. And then I do, okay, now I'm saying, but back to sender. And then, yesterday, I'm sitting in my room, ne? It just so happened that load shedding the electricity had just gone back up. So I get a sharp pain. I'm going to answer your question. Get a sharp pain. And I'm like, Shazaz, And then I call my Sangoma friend. I'm like, brah, no, I'm not okay. Like, what? Did it not work? Should we do another back to send? Okay, I didn't say that, but I was like, did it not work? These things are supposed to work. And then she was like, no, I come again, let's see. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I sat down with myself, ne? And I was like, there's only so much I can do, ne? Me. There's only so much I can do. The more I push, the more the other person pushes. I push, they push. And that is not healthy for my mentals. So I'm choosing to choose the good side. I'm choosing to look at the bright side of it. There is no bright side. The bright side will probably be 3 months later when I don't know what happens. But this is when I am choosing to not do the bad, even if it's not bad because I did not start anything. Ne? But I believe that should I keep pushing, it's going to end up being something bad. And I'm not that person at the end of the day. So I would rather, you know what? Continue marinating. Marinate. God will deal with you. I don't have time for this. So your question was, how do I choose the good and the bad? That's how I choose it, because I'm choosing good because I'm a good person. Ne. And I'm choosing good because I said the more I keep pushing, the more they keep pushing, we're going to find ourselves. And I mentioned this not today, but anyway, that so you'll find a time where maybe I'm going to my Sangoma friend and I'm like, bruh, nah, like this is too much. And then she prescribes me something. She prescribes me something lethal, and now I'm just like, what did I do, So I would rather let my ancestors deal with it and God to deal with it, because God put me on this earth, and no man that has 2 legs and 2 arms and a brain that's going to do anything to me. That's how I choose the good and the bad for myself. Thank you, Emma. Here's the next question. Woo, I'm spitting fire. I'm joking. Remember I said one of the things that I want to do is play a role in people that are going through spiritual journeys. But a lot of people come into my life without me knowing that I have to play a part in their journey. And then we want to be friends. Hey, my best friend, she's not your friend. You just need to play a part in their lives for that moment. There's an English word that I want to use, but I give it who has Googled it? Check for me. Kind of want something where you ask, no, it's not decipher. It's fine. Okay. I need to know. So there's a period or process, where there's a message that comes through, and then I need to go phahla and ask, what is that message? Which route do you want me to go in? Is it safe? Is it good for me? And that word. Yes! Discern! Yes! You need to practice discernment, man. Yes, honestly, you need to practice it, especially in this journey. I practice it because, like I'm saying, a message will come through and it's completely different from what I think it's trying to tell me or what I'm seeing. So, but I'm such a loving person. I help that person until they break my back and then they leave and I'm like, okay, sharp. And then I move on. Yes, I'm being honest. Honestly, that's what I do. And I don't learn. I'm Tebogo. My pronouns are she, her, and they. I know what you're asking me. I say, oh, sometimes it's she, him, and they. Um, because I don't walk alone, I work with a plethora of strong people. So they, when they want to, they do. Sharp. And then that side, I identify as Nkhono, Gogo, Mkulu. There was something going on Baby Taing. Baby Taing. Harry Potter, but not Harry Potter. Kind of what do they call spiritual people on Twitter? There's a name for them. Anyway, if they don't say Hogwarts is starting again, but Hogwarts is the spiritual realm. That's what they call it. But there's a word they call. The I forgot. I'll think about it. Cool. That the spiritual, the spiritual people on Twitter, yes. They like to say that if you did not initiate, you're not a go-go, you're not a... people should stop addressing people as Bonkhono, Bogogo, and whatever. And I'm like, so if you show anyone this, how ancestor I identify. I like my people like to be addressed appropriately, and it's only also in spaces where we are surrounded by other gogos, and it's so nice actually walking in normal, no beads, no nothing, no duke, just wearing a nice dress, and someone will be like, Thokoza Nkhono, and I'm like, me? Yeah, sure. Joking as Thokoza, but that's what I see my people as. There's also a Kulu there, so I don't want to share my names on here because okay, I don't want to share my names on here. I'll tell you guys after, it's fine. But I have not initiated yet. And I do take pride in my names. But I would just like to go through that process, man, you know? I think it's just, maybe it's also just that Twitter game, spiritual Twitter game that somewhere they hear, but yeah, one day. How did I get called? I accompanied my cousin to church one day, and then so my cousin has a spiritual journey, right? Cool. Spiritual journey, what? A calling. One day she goes to church. Oh, before that, my mom calls me. She's like, hey, man went to, can't mention names. She went to Fijini. Yeah, she dreamt of this Nkhono, and when we drive to that house, literally doesn't know. I guess, let me think about, did she know? Anyway, they drive to the house. You see numbers of people. Sometimes you see numbers of people. You see their house addresses. You see where the house is located. But you sometimes don't know the street. Like it'll just be like 2. And it's like, hello. So I think that's what happened for her. And then they drove to Fijinia, but I think she got information somehow, asked around, who's this person? Dulanko number 2, go Fijinia, Melody. I'm making an example, guys. You know, sharp. Sharp, she goes to that gogo. She walks in. The gogo's like, I've been expecting you. Cool. Then they go, and then what happened? So my mom calls me the following day after all this happened. Hey, Tebogo, we like metsing, hey, tlhako metsing, a tsena, a palama something, a tsamaya le yona a tsena ko metsing. I'm like, no, really? She's like, this is me in 2017. 2018. I'm like, really? Hey, yeah, sure. Explaining. You know? I'm like, sure. That's great, really. Cool. So I go home that weekend. I'm like, girl, you climbed on what? You lie. She explains to me, and then I'm like, tomorrow we're going to church. I want to see this thing of yours. Curiosity killed the cat. I get there. And culture shock for me. Come from Unisi. I'm a snob. Get posh. I'm like, I don't know you people. Why are you barefoot? Yo, like, why are you barefoot? Why does it smell funny in here? And then, but I'm there. I'm like, it's fine, I'm there. And anyway, so like you see this room now. The church is literally like, this is big. So what have they, ne? That's why I was like, what does it smell? Anyway, get there. I'm like, okay, now I want to see. My mom doesn't understand, ne? So Kimugozi to her. My grandmother knows, but I don't know why she doesn't want to share with us, but she knows, but you know, she's keeping it a secret. I don't know for who. So I'm like, okay, no, it doesn't seem like she doesn't have support, ne? But I'm just like, these people don't understand my cousin. I don't know what's going on. Why are they like this? I'm going to cover you and I was. Oh my gosh, okay, people are looking at me, cool. I was literally standing in the corner the whole 3 hours because it was that long. And then, not at the end, let's say 30 minutes before the church service ended, Mamu Prophet comes to me and says, hey, do you know, we saying, hey, what's ka ema mo koneng ge? Ke nga ba tlo go taboga dress? I'm like, no. Like, no. And then she's like, Chara kerse. I'm like, no. She's like, so I point at my cousin, ne? And so she, you know, we can't speak. It's just like they can't hear us. You know? I'm like, no, leave me alone. Like, go. Ne? And then she's like, no. Go. I'm like, no. Like, I don't know what you're talking about here. I came with my cousin. I brought her here to see her how it is for her so that I am able to support her and meet her at a level that she's at in this time in her life. So don't touch me. Literally, I was just like, don't touch me. And then it's like she was pulling me to go into the circle so that they can explain. So I think Glozy was working for her to come and tell me that, OC, you have a gift. And I cried and I stood by the corner and then I went out and I was just like, and then I got home, I'm like, they're telling me that, I'm sorry, Mom, they're telling me I have a gift. I don't know what that is. And it's like, and then curiosity killed the cat. I was there the following weekend. Don't ask me why. And then I went. So now I was more open. I was like, I slept on it and I was like, what harm could it do? I slept on it. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand myself at that time also. And then she gave me the candle, and then they prayed. Not really prayed. I'm prophet. I'm prophet. My cousin is listening. We get home, my cousin tells my mom, no, Tebogo so. My mom was just like, okay, sharp. And then the third weekend I go again. Third weekend, same thing. Bam prophet. So it's like in those 4 weekends that I went, what happened? Oh, there was someone new. I'm profiting. Yes, and it was new faces that I was seeing. So the first time it was Nkhono there, and then the Mamu Profeta. The second time it was a Sangoma. The third time it was another Profeta, another, like different people. And then I think at some point, I sat down with myself a lot. At some point, while praying, while meditating, I was like, I thought back on my childhood, and I was like, I don't remember, there's a part in my head, my brain, where it doesn't remember events from, but then it remembers events from when I was 13 to 15 and then 16 to 17 dololo, so that was happening, and that had happened. So I sat down and I was like, okay, girl, what could this mean? What do they mean? I think on the 4th weekend that I went there, a Sangoma actually took me out because I don't know what happened. I started crying. I started crying, and crying is a way to show that weird, I know. And then she took me outside, and then she was like, I'm not going to force you to accept, or I'm not going to say anything to make you feel uncomfortable. But I'm going to advise that you start this journey for yourself. Light your candles. She told me to light the white, yellow, blue, and red candles. Put my glass of water there, buy the white doek, and pray, pretty much. And in these praying sessions that I was holding for myself, I started to have the same dreams that I was having in my childhood, in my early stages, the snake dreams. I was starting to remember the snake dreams, the dreams where I was falling, the dreams of animal totems that I walk with, the dreams of the water serpents or me being at the water. I started, and then I did not know what that meant. So yeah, and then it opened another chapter of, and then I don't know what answered your question. My gifts are the gift of prophecy, and I'm the gift of ubungoma. But obviously still trying to figure out the ubungoma more, because the Sangoma, the prophet side, is more dominant than the ubungoma side. But I feel like they alternate. I think people tell you or tell me that one is more dominant. I think they alternate, or they work together. Yes, they obviously work together, but I think they alternate. And what I mean by that is 1 minute the prophecy side, which is where I work with water, Bible, candles, so forth and so forth, comes out a lot in my dreams. And then jiggy, I'm in beads. I am I'm giddering in the dreams. I'm doing all those things. So, yeah, it's both of them, but one comes out more at a point in my life that it needs to come out than the other. I hope that makes sense. I communicate with my ancestors via ukupahla. Also, I communicate via going to the gravesides, guys. I'm giving you guys a hint. I do that as well, but the more, and Thanksgivings and take note. But the one that I use a lot, the one I use more is Khopal. Lekopo is a smaller version of a Mpoya Badim. Literally. You invite no one. You don't slaughter anything. But you brew your komboti. And you you don't put the snuff and the BB and all of that by the gate. You don't slaughter, like I said. It's the kopo is something that is more to how can I say this? I think my understanding of le kopo is, especially if you but okay, I'm confusing myself. It's a smaller version of Mpoya Badim. You don't invite the entire community. It's not all the extra stuff. It's literally just you and your family. How we do it, or how I do it, is it's the same process of brewing the week before, sleeping there, doing the beer, the traditional beer, and then going to the graveside on the Saturday morning. And then we actually, instead of using, what's this? Why is my energy low? Instead of the meat, the red meat, yes, we buy chicken. I buy chicken. I buy chicken, and then we cook, a little meal, man, and literally just for the family, and just saying to my ancestor or whoever I am thanking at that time, just to say thank you. I'll be back, don't worry. Yes. Ukupahla, ne, is going into your sacred place wherever you put your msamo, and you literally just light up your candles, pretty much. You pray, and then you pahla. So khopahla is a communication between your ancestors and yourself, and it's usually you usually sprinkle snuff on the floor. So you sprinkle the snuff, you're calling your clan names, but you're calling the people that guide you, the people that you want to come forward. I feel like spirituality is an imagination. A lot of it is like, who are you calling? But anyway, you call them. And then, Lisedi, whoever, and then you speak. I would like to, today in Lisedi Khanya. Togazan. So there are spiritual places that you can go to. Ne? You can go to the river side. You can go to a falt. Ne? And I don't know if I can share this, but when you go to an open falt, those ant things, ant hills, the big ones. you go and phahla there. That's where your ancestors are. Beautiful. I'm scared of the water, so I don't visit the water a lot because I don't want to. So I just I went to uni, yes, it was a period. We had to learn how to do it. Yes, it's just, man, I think also maybe it's just the fear of the stories that I've heard of people that go to the water and they don't come back. So, yes, that scares me because I'm like, so there's this thing in African spirituality where if you have a water serpent or you have, so let me start here. Umundao, from my understanding and what I have learned is the Umundao is a deal that was made between the white people and the black people. Most during slavery, the black people were taken into the boats to go across wherever they were going. And sometimes the boats would, So read up on it. It's very interesting. Where the water serpent, what's this? Let me find my thinking. The water serpent, or they were sacrificed, let me say. And then there was a deal being made. I think this is where the spirit of Umundawa comes up, and then the whole snake thing comes up. Why it's a snake and it's a mermaid, so to say. It's a lot. I don't know why I started with that, but yes, no, I forgot the question. Yes. That was the backstory, but please read up on it. I'm not really clued up a lot. And then, so now what happens is some ancestors, because, how can I explain this? Because that deal was made, you carry the water spirit, So there are ancestors who have carried that water spirit in their lineage, in their ancestral lineage long time ago. So apparently there's a place underwater where, let's say, the water spirit wants to initiate me. I am going to find myself by the water one day, walking. Jiggy is gonna open. And I'm going to walk in, someone's going to fetch me, and then it's going to close. And then I'm going to live underwater and initiate underwater because there are ancestors that live underwater who are going to initiate me. Whew, that was a mouthful. And then if I am to come out, or if it's my time to come out, they need to slaughter a cow or, a big thing, because water serpents are big things. Watch Aquaman. It's very interesting. And then another question you asked, the gravesites. It's very important to not forget the people that have once lived. Again, we all know that. So going to the graveside, cleaning up the graveside, talking to them, knowing, just letting them know that you're still there, still think about them. Not really, but they must just watch over you and protect you and give you the light, and go talk to God because siyakhala apha emhlabeni, stuff like that. Yeah, visit the graveside, clean, put water there, put whatever you came with, and light a candle, pour snuff, phahla. No, you don't really phahla. Yeah, and then, yeah, it's just showing, not appreciation, it's just showing that they still, you know that they're in the spiritual realm. So, yeah, they didn't just pass and they are gone forever and ever, and which they are, but you get me. My dad, I don't know, what did my dad do? Yes, there was a time, there's so many things that happen in my life, that I'm just like, So, after my dad passed, I mentioned that my mom left my dad with the house, did not want anything, took me sharp. And then one day my mom was like, don't do anything for Tebogo. At least put her in the house somewhere. And then I don't know what happened, but man, black people and fighting for seta that are not even theirs. So that happened. So the only time I used to see my dad was at the house, and he looks extremely, extremely, extremely sad. And now the house is sold and whatever. So I cannot go and fetch his spirit because it's very awkward. And also, if I fetch it, where am I going to put it? Do you understand? So it's, the communication that we had was that he was trying to tell me is he's probably like not doing okay because of the wrongdoings that he did on this earth and the house, and I'd see him and I'd bawl out into tears. And so there isn't really, and I think when that happens is I think that his soul is not resting peacefully, that he's trying to communicate to me and tell me that I am not okay where I am in the realms, and I've seen where he is in the realms. He showed me where he is. So I think that was just that's one of the communications, and we can't move past that because I haven't done what he needs me to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we can't break that thing where he comes to me and helps me and instructs me and whatever, because he's still floating in there. Yeah. Yes, because yes, because I felt like why the question today is so deep. Jeez. Yes, because I felt like he did not really play not a role, but a financial role. And I think I could see that my mother was struggling, but because I am a what's this? I mean, what do I want to say? Because I have to understand people and have to understand situations because I'm an empath, I had to understand that he was only doing what he could do on this here earth. And I had to forgive that. I had to forgive the fact that he was not present in my life the way I would have wanted him to be. Also, I found out that he's brand ambassador of Tebogo, and I was like, say less. Forgiven. Done. But yeah, I forgave him, And sometimes I do speak of him like, ooh, very absent. And then I have to remember that you forgave him. What do you mean? Don't stop saying such things. Yeah, and then, yeah. So I forgave him and I am okay with, I just need to go fetch him wherever he's at. And yeah, don't ask me where he's at. My true colors are going to come out. No, I think I say ancestors is anyone who has passed on, nay, and everyone has someone that has passed on. So no, I don't think it's only for black people. And there are so many white people that have twasad. And this is interesting. After what I just said, now I'm like, twasad gozilefi. That is very interesting. Do you?
No comment.
Do you? About my spiritual lifestyle.
Yeah.
No. We were talking now, that side, and you guys were talking about the Bible and God and I was like, yes, fill me up. You know what? No. Because at the end of the day, I think I say this to myself as well, that we were talking about how we see God for our personal experiences or our personal viewpoints of God, né? And I see God as, how do I say this when I tell a friend? Because now the cameras are here. I say I see God how I see myself, né? Because God says He loves me, né? And I believe that He really does love me, and I have to love myself to know that God created me to live a fulfilled life and a life of purpose. So, no, I do not find anything strange or whatever after what I just explained, because at the end of the day, I know that I have God and I know that I'll have me, you know, and even if I were to pass and go into the realms, I know that I will be the best ancestor on this planet, because I will not give mixed information, mixed feelings. I will not do the whole, I'm cold. No, I'll be like, hey, that one is doing something. Luena Vuka. Wake up. Yes. So no, I think I have a good understanding of myself now. It could be better, né? And I have a good understanding of how I see God within myself, which could be better, né? So no, I know that I can always go to God, and yeah, everything will be okay. No, because Sangomas go to initiation school, and remember that initiation schools are very strenuous. It's besides the waking up at 3 or waking up in the early hours of the morning, it's learning to let spiritual let me not even say spiritual. It's learning to let idlozi possess and work through you. That's exhausting, you know. So no, they shouldn't work for free, but 1 point is a lot of money. My consultations are fairly, why am I sounding like the consultations I go to are fairly are they very reasonable. Like, it does not break my bank. So you want the price? Sorry. I could go with between 100 Rand to 300. For consultation, ne, I could go for from 50 to 100, ne. And then the cleansings or the whatever comes after the consultation that you have to do, that needs an ancestor to actively pick the Muthi, pick the this, and all of that can go from 500 to 700. But you get that there are consultations that are above that. A simple consultation that will literally be like, there's someone doing something to you. Your ancestor is angry. And that's it. Not explaining anything. Kanako, you paid 1 point. Sure. So yes. That was ghetto. But yes. I think an interesting thing that happens, especially when rekopana as bana ba moya, ne, is you can sense for a mangona le moya kapo. Do you get what I mean? Like, I could come and let's say we are at a graduation of a Sangoma, and we are all there, or we meet at a place, kapo, there's a gathering of something, and you just feel like, oh, okay, I think that's an interesting thing. And another interesting thing is sometimes when you meet someone, ne, and you don't know them, or it's just a quick meet up, and you're probably having a conversation with a person, and I would burp, it solidifies that conversation, or it shows that glozili tumetse about whatever is happening. So that's that. And then there's dipaipai. Do you know what dipaipai is? Don't you know dipaipai? Sorry, I'm back in the frame. Don't you guys know what dipaipai is? When osarake moya, ne, and then you're about to fall. That's also another thing that happens. It's like burping when you come into contact with another Sangoma. An interesting thing, I'll talk about this. A friend of mine, we were at ShopRite one day, Kukasi, and I just started telling her about, my calling or my spiritual journey and whatever. And we were standing in line. She says she never forgets this, so I'm going to talk about it. We're standing in line. I'm facing her. She's facing me, ne? And then a Sangoma is approaching us from the back. Then I immediately started burping. And then she paused. And I was like, oh, that's why I was burping. And then she was like, whoa, you didn't even see her. Oh my gosh, and then, I think she talks about that a lot, because she's like, how does that happen? How does that connection instantly happen? And it could mean that she has the attire that I have to wear, You know, she had, because she was literally wearing the beads. I think she was in Lefech, in the initiation school, because she was wearing the clothes and stuff. So when that happened, she's like, you didn't even see her. You didn't even know. Like, how did that response happen? And she was literally behind you. And I was just like, I don't know. I guess it happens that it's probably she's wearing beads that I have to wear, or just simply that she's at initiation school and I have to go. And, you know, sometimes Dlozi communicates weirdly and in weird settings and in weird, yeah. That's the only interesting thing I can think of. Apparently, yes.
How does it work?
There's a Muthi that you can do anything with Muthi. Literally, you can do anything. You can get Muthi to bring you money. You can get Muthi to get someone into a car accident. You can get Muthi to kill a baby. You can get Muthi to, why am I naming the negatives? Bring back lost love. And enlargement. You can do anything with Muthi. Anything. The sky is the limit, literally, with it. So people, it depends how people use it. Muthi works on human beings. Another Muthi. Other Muthi. Yeah. And I believe God. Yes, because as much as I can cleanse myself, and I believe that whatever I'm cleansing myself with is going to work, yes. Sorry. Yo. Yeah, it's my bedtime, guys. Yes. You speak over things. You know, you speak over your life, you speak over your jobs, speak over your relationships, you speak over anything, and you definitely can speak over Muthi, and for it to do whatever it is that you want it to do. And there's a video that I'm going to send you, sorry. Okay. Oh, there's a video of one of my colleagues today. She was telling me that she's also going through a spiritual what. I checked spiritual what. She was talking about how these scientists put two glasses of water, one where you speak bad into it and one where you speak good into it. And it's, I don't know if she said it's scientists, just based, specifically scientists, or there was a Gobela involved, or a Sangoma involved, sorry. But I'll send you the link, I haven't watched it. And apparently the water that was spoken positivity into showed some flower that is blossoming, and then the one that was spoken negativity into was just dull, and I don't know, the particles, I guess, of whatever they were seeing inside it. So you can speak anything into anything. You can speak life into anything. So, yes. I would say I've never encountered one. But I could say Thokolosis are the same as Izilwane, you know. And I was saying the other day that Izilwane is it's a bad spirit. It's a shapeshift of an animal and a person and a hunching of a dog, but it has a human face, and that Izilwani can be sent through spirit or whatever to harm a person's life. So I think Thokolosis are the same. There are people that have shown Thokolosis on social media, which I don't know if that is a true, like a real Thokolosi, but from conversations with my cousin, she'll be like, last night there was something walking on the roof, and then when she goes outside, there's a footprint outside. It did not rain. There was no moist. Bloemfontein is a very dry. Free State is a very dry. So yeah, I'm fortunate that I have not seen any of these things or encountered them. So I only say yes because of what I read and what is shown, but I haven't encountered them. So yeah. How do I justify being a Sangoma? Okay, so I don't think that the two work apart. At the end of the day, this is me, I'm the body. There are guides, people that are guiding me, and I can be and live my truest in my true identity and be who I am. I say it doesn't need, I don't need to be straight when I go into Ndomba. And then when I come out, I'm like, whew. Like I need to pretend. I don't need to pretend for my ancestors. I don't need to pretend for myself. The two are mutually exclusive. And because at the end of the day, it's me, like I'm gay, there's spiritual gift, and then there's me. It's me. It makes who I am at the end of the day, it's me. I live with myself. I sleep so peacefully at night. And yeah, I have ancestors. Sure. It's important to understand who you are as a Black person. It's important to understand the God that you serve. I did not know I was schooled today. So, and it's always good to ask questions. It's always good to learn. It's always good to go out of what you know and hear other people's viewpoints. And, I think incorporating different elements in your prayer, I think try it. Elements, I mean water, fire from a candle, it's tap into your higher self. Spirituality is elevating yourself, and it's understanding what is beyond you, what is beyond another person. We could both be 3 Black people in a room, but we have different, backgrounds and different ancestry and different African power that we possess within ourselves individually, so, and fill up space wherever you go. because that's what we're here for. Fill up space, guys. Gang, gang, gang. Fill up space, learn, and what I took today is I don't want to say this, but I'm not offending anyone. Who am I offending? I have a different light of how I see God now after today's conversation. I did mention that I see God as myself and all of that, but it doesn't help that I say I see God as myself, but I don't understand the teachings of, So I need to also go learn and go educate myself and not just have one perspective of what Black people say God is and what Black people say the Bible is, without giving it to myself first. Until I do that for myself, then I can make the choice for myself. And yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you. Kidipi and Kinali wisdom. I should be a wise man.